questionable comment about my life, never told. You'll never know. You see me, yet you're blind. Close your eyes, now you feel me. A true love story never ends. Yet a life together, once shared, can come separate. In the word, wiser than wisdom, the tranquility of this darkness inside these walls. There are angels in the alleys, so push me. It's 3 a.m. and I need a raincoat. She always cared about things like that, yet find me here, and I'm here. And I'm passionate about the things I define as wrong. I do not say anything. I keep calm and create. My creations allow you to create and learn. The feelings I show behind the keys can be shared across a digital platform where the piano is known all over the world. Touch a person's heart, and they will have been touched like never before. The love needs to be shared. Capitalist, a communist, maybe. A policy takes years to create before you have your hand on a customer. As anything can be reported, yet report me and you'll be on hold for hours without earning a dime. So the lack of your progression is caused by your writer's block due to my great works I define as perfection, even leading you to question my ability and influence. In this harnessed world, I am protected. Leave my sign. Dine with your wife. A translated word isn't understood around the world, yet laughter is catchy and clever. So hear me now. Listen to a key. Find a pitch and stick with it. Perfect it. I am Sierra's shining star. I wrote the book on sales. Nobody to this day has more than I had. The success shared through my network only puts me in a treasure chest, just in case you need more defense. And if that's the case, then stay at my base. I'm here. I can guarantee your safety. Your wonder. You're tired. I know that. The feeling in your passion for me, you harness my ability. Now it's in a state of streaming from the earth to the sky, to $1 trillion network back to my brain, which makes you question my sanity. I do not know what else you want me to say, nor do I care, as is writing for myself. Yet the next passage for yourself. Forget it, move on. There is nothing here for you, as nobody can give you a handout out of my pocket. The truth you see in my eyes, this wonderful curse of words, a blanket and a teddy bear is all I need. Life is not all about cat food and dog tricks. I'd rather be earning, working, progressing, than caring about what others say. I said that when I was 18. Back then I was hiring. Lou got the job done right. So stand with me, shoulder to shoulder, then face me eye to eye. And I guarantee you'll see stars when you open your eyes. Has anybody tried whale sperm on their sushi? It's amazing. Take it slow, keep it calm, nothing else inside my crystal reflection. The signal prevented it from going off. I'm here. You know what's on my mind. Can you define me with just one rhyme? No, you cannot. I'll throw a key at you and you'll walk away, only to find yourself locked inside, wishing you took my plea. Yet the stance on cuffing people and just walking away is something for a laugh. There alone I'll play. With a partner and an escort, I'm sure we'll have fun. I'm more than of a human, yet that word is not fun. So praise the source as I praise the Lord in mercy. I'm hurt. The pain I felt, nothing more, nothing less. Nevertheless, I'm here, nothing more. The reason began when I was a child. I gained momentum as I got wild. Now you see me, now I'm gone. Wait a second, my voice is ringing in your ears. Do you hear my voice? Can you read this as fast as a dim light? This reflection in the sky, these halo rainbows, do you see them too? I'm crying inside, not knowing if any of you are alive. Shit, I'm alive. Seeing me do well, I keep that inside myself, knowing that one day everybody in the world will die. I'm allowed to say thank you. I want to say I love you. I am nothing more without you, so please forgive me and I'm sorry. I'm leaving, but I gotta stay here for a bit. I can forbid it. I'm a prince, nothing more. Anything less than you would have walked away. I am not searching for my princess. She went home, and now she's gone. Yet this path inside us all allows a remarkable stance at this earth, as it rotates on a flat path. This world is not round. Do you want more? So you see it here, and you say it in your voice. If you say it out loud, who controls what you say? Just take a breath. Now, who controls how you breathe? I'm here just because of my last breath. I was breathing behind. Now I'm 5 ahead this year. The creative lurk inside my mind questions your midnight sky as tonight will pass us by. Was today 48 hours? Hey, maybe I'm right. Yet find me inside this passion, you'll hear me speak with nothing more than these keys I surround myself with, as this lust for an inner voice has spoken again and again. The last time I lost it, yet tonight I will win. I'm an armored basket inside this case. Is more than you can handle, greater than a race to space. Yet I'm grounded with a creative style, you call me Mr. Mark. I'm found here left only to re-embark on this brisk forefront of years that aid the evolution of myself, because without utter serenity springs the dawn of yesterday, and that is not progression. A definitive style harnessed by nothing more than practice, or rolled once played to perfection only to live in after your life. You are not here, I am not here, nothing exists besides myself. I am not done, nor will I ever finish. Deflective shot, a pardon of my appearance. Judge me, I won. Judge me again and again, I keep winning. I'm a successful jump to faith. I have no fear, no fear. The timing is perfect. I'm not shot. I'll take any shot you got from me. Humble. I do not deserve your time. Yet myself in a spark of intelligence, I'm stung by these harmonies, stuck in my mind as today is a new day, a new reason to say I love you. A taint of spice. Now we're dining. Inside my mind, a tug on the cord pulls it back in. A vacuum. Positive pressure opens the doors for me. The discipline, such a lack of normality. A harness no longer needed as I'm grounded to elements. This electrical, crystallinic passion you feel when our lips meet. This swimming in a pond, a lake. This frost in the morning fog, I'm sure. Such a requiem, a passage, this lurk of faith created by distilled vodka inside this place. I can find a reason. Yet just let me be. I'm standing and I love to breathe. The angles keep me safe, yet do not see me. I am not him, nor are you, you. The visual memory in a shelter is my life, a recoil back to thought. Now it's greater. Yet the foundation was written by a generation we kept alive. In the shell of a man, I come to tears, yet stand strong. Got the call. I was on the ground in 4 minutes, only to look up and see the scope. Recon. If you think that one was good, wait till you see the others. Nothing changed, no filter, just perfection. Something that would change the world, a wonder so wonderful that the whiskers do not move. A calmness is stored inside the heart, the stutter of my heartbeat. When I see you in my smile, I miss you. A recoil in the thought pattern, the lurk of a shadow, frozen and stilled in discipline. A shot, a bang, a partner, this plan. Hurt. Listen, I'm hurt. Help. I bleed blue too. My colors run. A path inside my heart. Straight from my heart. Love, cunningness, a style inside my life. This song, a song, perfect blue buildings. Cannon see a beautiful story. A lone December, I'm sure I'm not right. The kindness in your eyes, how are mine? They hurt. My eyes hurt. Not being scared, facing your fears, facing your tears. A crystal bottle in the tub, crystalline, star-fetched world. Your life dream, an altered state of mind which causes a figment in your thought pattern, aiding to the idea that created the concept to cure AIDS. A wonderful wonder, peace, sanity, the silence inside your mind. I'm here, you're frozen. A creepy feeling, distilled air, a faint lack of breath. The requiem inside my dream, a free-flowing depth that pretends we're not going down. This tamed tear as it is blown off my lip. A relic. A feeling I shared when she was by my side. Angels and airwaves. The discovery. A recovery. A hyped life. That is not me. Results-oriented. Branded with core values. Final warnings and being on the edge of my seat. Kindness, love, flaws. The reason, a reason, no reason. For the fun of it, for yourself, your passions. The voices in my head. The strange out-of-body experiences. Line stars. Halo rainbows. Orbit, galactic, astronomical, the only one, acceptance, about a boy, about my brain, about oneself, the word nevertheless, never the more. I wonder why, wonder bread, bread money, these rations, a bed to sleep on, a town that needs love, a country to love, a companion to share it with, a time last told by somebody other than me. I saw him in the sky. Inside my solar plex lies your name, as in fact it is something that has saved me many times. Behind my brain is your name labeled under my skin. I see your eyes and question my disappearance. As in life, nothing is greater than your last breath. Yet in my life, nothing was greater than your presence. Through love, our passion was shared. Then the lack of temptation was harnessed, and my professional life called me into a suit, and I drifted off. For that I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you for being in my life. Still, 15 years later, and you're the one that got me. Maybe, just maybe, it was destiny, a friend. My heart still beats because of you. The recreation of natural beauty is something to strive for, yet a difference against pure elegance. As now, we are laying together on the floor in the field of strawberries. Nothing in my life hurts more than the absence of your voice. The true difference in a clever point creates a shadow on the wall. I stared at the shadow, then it moved. It was me, and it came out of the wall and walked back into my body, providing me with nothing but a memory of comfort. So I saw you in the stars. How beautiful was that, aiding to the rainbows? The lack of time in the progression of life enables me to wonder about all the stars around my head. The inside of my body is mostly filled with water, yet the strength and courage for which I will last for the rest of my life. At the right time, a ship will hover over me as the world watches me say goodbye. Proof that I'm gone. A pack of stars, disappearing in the night sky above me on a clear night. I wasn't on Earth. Maybe I was. Yet maybe the honesty you feel in my lines isn't worth your time. Yet you're still reading, so enjoy this poem. As another spark is created through the verse being, you called me as Mr. Mark. A sentence cannot run, it cannot walk on. Yet a teacher would fail me, yet an editor would love me. That does not make any sense. Think about it. In the real world, I'm a wanderer. Defended patient. Recognized all my life I have been successful. Even at the age of 9, the things that you think about in your life does not relate to me. Yet I listen. Sometimes I won't respond. I feel connected with a dream of reality that technology does progress and does not fail at times. Yet for me, it is my nature to forget and move on. Because of that, I create more. When I'm done, wait. I was done a decade ago. I just kept pushing forward. I gave a fuck once, and she flipped, so right now I'm a nice guy. Seeing shit move in front of my eyes, it's amazing. I got a digital fly on my screen I can't get rid of. I named him Jim, then she flashed me. Then I got mobbed by the mob, so I'm playing a little Bobby and laughing myself to sleep. A tear might pass my lip, a relic. I'll just blew it off this time. Nothing beats love. But if you like her, can you beat her? Fuck it, bang her. Make her pay for it. Really, honestly. Charge for it. Inverse the situation. If your presence makes them faint, shit, most of them shit themselves these days. God forbid I say something about that shit, but hey, fuck it. Nothing else matters because the smile on your face poured out of the shade by nothing else but a Facebook post. On Rose Street in Jamaica, man, I was surrounded by everybody with guns just to see barrels of weed. You know what, man? Nothing beats cheese and wine. A whiny bitch gets a bottle in her face. She's smart enough not to drink, so plan a vacation and leave her here. Tell her you'll be back in 3 days. Don't even pack your shit. Just start over. Leave her wondering. Leave her wondering who? Her. Mark, let's do the math on this. If you charge $100 an hour and pay your salespeople 2%, you're only making $98 an hour. And that's just to sleep. So if you're giving a piano lesson, what do you think people would pay? What will you do? What will you say? Take this with a grain of salt, you fat fuck. Fuck that. Salt sucks. Yeah, she knows the taste. The best 2 pumps of my life. It was great. I almost got my boxers off. She got off. Yet when it was my time, what the fuck? She blows. I'm an evil fucker, huh? I dress up like the devil before bed. I draw shit on her panties, using a yellow and brown marker, only to have her panic and try to hide them. What's wrong with me? Sometimes I wonder, man, can this get any more fun, or do I really have to come for her? Because the girl next door claimed my load. She woke up before me, so the night before I got her Halloween shit out, put cobwebs in her hair and blew this large Frankenstein doll up that stood on his feet, put it right outside the door, so she screamed and fell Fucking threw the remote at me. I picked up 2 pillows. Fucking smacked her in the shower. Fortunately for her, those were her pillows. When we got back in my room, her shit was already in the car. Nothing more than a grain of salt. A taste of asparagus always works. Really makes her think. I wonder how the fuck that ring was only 1,000. Fucking set for life, bitch. Go hug a butt plug, cause you fucking smell like shit. Fucking aliens. I'm talking to you, bitch. The whimsical state of mind that progresses through practice allows me to play these keys without you really trying. The timing of my state and the altered state of mind in this duration of time, when the sound diminishes in my mind. I am here, I am Mark. You see me in your dreams, you hear me when I scream. You're kind. So am I. Let's take this up a notch. When I'm alone, it's clear. Influence is inevitable. Yet inversing it isn't practical, unless you want to find a new path, which your team just couldn't think of while you practice. Now you're here wondering about me. I'm alright. It's alright. I'm okay. I was just dreaming about a feeling I shared when I was young. The days go by so fast, and this train is about to crush. These tracks laid out by glorious workers from way back, yet the change instilled in this still faint pickle leans me forward, then right back. In the collision I never questioned if my neck snapped. I woke up, I'm aware now, yet passing me $1, Mr. Jones. Believe in me, as I believe in myself in the galaxy of defense. Believe in me to be an odd job, yet still a job. I am not faint nor parlayed inside a drunken state. I called you the other day, meaning I'm sober, but that's not for you, so do not stay. You can read this. I typed it from the bottom of my heart. Please forgive me if I touched your heart, or hers. And she can't put this chapter down. I'm not going after her like a dart. It's a general concept of laughter in disguise. When you read this, turn your head as its message deep inside. You know, sometimes, man, I snap into time and freeze for a second, and I breathe. It slips out past my lungs, and I forget that I'm 100% fine and alright. Then I think I'm about to die, and it happens every now and again. Something I have been living with since a few people died, and this chance I have at life is something that nobody else has. I have the distance between myself, my past and present, to push aside a work pile that I created to feed a starving family and allow their wives and husbands to provide. If I can cut a dime, I wouldn't allow that in my life. Yet what is trust and what is passion? You never want to quote something that isn't worth the time to explain, nor do you want to listen to me, and you are not me, and I am me. I am myself. You might see a side of me and say, hey, that's pretty cool. Thinking to yourself, I already done that. When all I might have done was just worked on it for a decade, but never put it out. What is a customer? A customer is a threat. A customer has the power. You should never forget. A movement so fast I only saw it. Maybe it wasn't coming. Maybe you just were scared and left. I was all alone on the roads. Not one building lit up, and it was Black Friday. Where did I go? That night the stars changed before my eyes, and I was talking to them. As the stars disappeared, then I repeated. I felt a presence when I saw that first line star. Perfect. I stared at it. It stayed there for about 10 minutes. Then its line started to blink in a pattern. It was though someone asked me a question. My response was, take everything from me, just don't take my breath. I need that. As tears rolled down my face, it was 3 a.m. and I was stuck on the side of the road miles from my apartment. I was all alone and didn't see a car for hours. I'm standing outside my car, talking to the stars as I stared in the sky. I swear another line started to break out in a pattern, started to show themselves. I swear to God this happened. Yet how can you tell this story in one post? It goes so much deeper. Maybe that was for me to see. Yet I do not question anything about the galaxy of defense. I only know that I'm a part of it. I am connected to something great, something divine, something breathtaking. Nevertheless, I saw different stars. Something maybe nobody else saw. It was not a dream. I know it wasn't because the people I saw that night brought back the feeling I had when I was 18. I remembered how I felt life when I was in high school, and nothing in the world would be able to get me to feel that way on their first try. I later became aware that what I have seen, not everybody sees. I started seeing rainbows everywhere I went. Then I did some recon with boots on the ground in another state. I looked directly up and it was being scoped out. I was the target, no one else. I captured the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my life besides my mom. It was a halo rainbow. Took videos and pictures for about an hour. The next day, about 12 SUVs and squad cars approached my brother's house, surrounding me, asking for me. I came out. They asked me if I had a gun. It was funny because it was like nobody else saw this rainbow. I mean, how couldn't you see it? It was right above me. My family stayed inside while I captured it, and now I'm being asked to get my camera. I had taped my camera so it wouldn't be touched. Yet I got the camera, gave it to the squad. They asked for my license. I went back in the house to get it. When I came out, they were gone. I reviewed the shots I took once. It was remarkable, and now I have no proof that I saw it. I looked back on that day for a while. I was hurting inside, cursing myself for not backing it up. I put it on my hard drive, but they disappeared. For years it was haunting me. I always looked in the sky for another halo rainbow. I was very depressed, thinking, man, I got something amazing. I threw it all away. Something maybe it was just for me. I also used my iPhone to capture it. Having been a part of Sierra all my life, I know technology. It was just taken from me. I played the role and held on to my mind. I kept my thoughts tight and kept my mouth shut. Years went by. I was always thinking about that halo rainbow and how it was right over me. I was in the middle of nowhere. Hardly any roads were around me. Then when I was least expected it, yet was ready for it, I captured another one, giving me peace in my mind. Being above the ground this time, I looked out the window and they appeared again. American strength and courage is not a mask we wear nor an outfit we don. It is strength that shines out from the inside. It is the inner flame kindled and nurtured by the sacrifices of our forefathers, burst to their brilliance by the threat by our liberty to the... American strength and courage is not a mask we wear nor an outfit we don. It is strength that shines out from the inside. It is the inner flame kindled and nurtured by the sacrifices of our forefathers, burst to the brilliance by the threat to our liberty and the loved ones we hold dear. So I got up this morning, stuck in my dream, got up, head was spinning. I'm still not awake, but I'm up. So I guess that's good. Yet, what to do? What to do? I played piano for a little last night. I got a 19-minute track out of it. Sounds good. Relaxable when you listen to it. I honestly wasn't even trying. Man, what a migraine. I never used to get these. Now they come and go. Just waking up with one is a little hard. Nevertheless, we move on. I cannot believe that nevertheless is an actual word. Most people would write nevertheless, but nevertheless is cool too. I wonder what would happen if I did not use spaces when I type. I had a dream last night that some people were sleeping in my shed and felt really bad for them. Then I was on a hill with a donkey and it was chasing me. What a little fucker. Well, anyway, thanks for the support and you're welcome. Guess I need to use spaces, but really, what is the deal with that? Shit. That really grinds my gears. The theory of intelligence, justice, and defense, combined with kindness and laughter through the eyes of a soldier, set through passages left up only to be explained, discovered, and dissolved with nothing more than that of the wings of an eagle flying above, knowing that they are above and not grounded, yet the salvage of their life, crossed with their internal salvation, given by nothing more than an order. The lust of freedom. Take a breath. Nobody in the world can control how you live your life. Take a deep breath, hold it in, and watch these words get crossed and come back in focus. Take a deep breath in. Take your time breathing out. Nobody can control your life. Don't be afraid to make decisions. Breathe in. Control it and hold it. Hold your breath for a second. Do this. Do this now. Just don't give up. Focus on your life. Nobody can control your life and what you do. Get it out of your mind. Close your eyes and think about these lyrics. Take a deep breath. These works all combine and make sense. Just hold your breath and hold it long. It works. Trust me, I'll tell you a story. A story about life and business, all in one ending. Take a breath. Hold it. Hold it. Now hold it longer than you have before. Breathe out. Take a deep breath out. Take a look around you. Realize that nobody can touch your heart like me. Quick question, then I gotta jump. Who controls your breathing? I've been judged all my life. The discovery of time inside my eyes, let me tell you, you are my crystallonic delight. I mean, look at your eyes, they're sparkly. They're all sparkling. Oh wait, that's my reflection, sorry. Are you hurt? Can you move? You're fine, asshole, man up. Things are not that bad. Your head is just spinning because you want to do something on top of the things you did when you cannot forget and move on. Like you said last night, you gotta detach from your name, and when you do, you'll be lifted into a basic group and just cloak yourself from a name that is gaining up to and including losing support. Yet you churn it to an entirely new generation, a generation that you control. So fuck everything around you. You're around it for a reason. So when you back off, you'll be on top of the world. You'll be playing the piano somewhere. Hey, maybe Disney. Maybe for a movie. Maybe just to play in front of people. Maybe you'll see things my way for a second. And I do not see them. And it's as fucking real as it gets. This isn't going anywhere, is it? I have no fucking clue. Who gives a shit? This is the open mind thought pattern of an idiot. An idiot trapped inside a ball of protection. For that I thank you. Yeah, man, it's like that sometimes. Sometimes the thickness of life stands still for a moment. For that moment, when others panic, I control the situation. The one movement of love crackles these pale crackers. Hey, man, you're not even black, asshole, you're brown. So what's the fuss about? But that's none of my business. A shadow creeped up on me today. A longing for nothing, somehow, some way, something, wherever I may roam. I'll be leaving Rome in a few days, and I'll come together inside this theory on relationships and work ethic. And I know the difference for me. The bottom line is detaching from your name, is knowing that it is still your name. So Shalom DeBaggio was a great name. That would be my poor name. It is in my mind. These explanations of something created brought back to me, only to show me the original. Yeah, how can I forget? I created it, now I want to see the progression. The wages they get and the freedom I deserve. The one quantumized sound in my brain isn't what you're used to. It's something different, it's something special. Judge me, judge my honesty, judge my passion, critique my technique, a lack of time. For some reason this feels right. I'm on the path in mid-sky, with nothing under me, yet Sean Kelly above me, watching down on us. Bless NASA. I cannot handle that. I can't handle that. What about something? I guess maybe. I'm not really focused on everything. If you pinpoint my work, you would guess it was me. If it was under another name. Through faith, I am called here to hunt. And to hunt I shall, yet to speak of food when hunting is to break from focus. So keep focus and earn it. Truly was her name, what a mare. Does that make sense? A black unicorn, rainbow bright, those little balls of color. What else is there to think about? A true selection on these keys. Watch me now, I'll take you there. Just remember to breathe, because these keys are typing now at an all-time low, thinking it will get better some way I'll make it in this world, even if it's just 5% of the gross. Per what? Per deal. So moving on, what can you do with the quarter? Honestly, I saw this in a movie grown-ups too. You can bounce a quarter into a shot glass. It's humanly possible, yet that happens just to clear. Everybody's got a shot. Then there's the other side of the room, where there's guys wondering if he should take out what he has in his pocket and start to run. A woman walks out with her child, trying to make it since she cannot afford a babysitter. She talks to her child, takes her child on her first day. I think that is great. The man sees the transfers the cash at the bar, tempted, then asks God. He walks out and gets a job. I guess, Mark, some things are not up to you in the real world. So what? What the hell are you talking about? Anyways, back in the dark, where the enable churns this passion into a harness path where this time I have really let myself astray. Same Porsche for so long, I'm tied down here. Who knows besides me? I smile in the mirror, yet what else is there to say? Are you driving on empty? Mark, honestly, no. I am more or less streaming these creations of an idiot. Well, at least you're honest. Yeah. Something seems right about some things, and I want to post it all yet. Some are personal. But who listens to them? Trust me, man. I work for Sierra. I know they assembled over a decade ago. Why turn the page when everything in your life seems like a saint in your life? And that is how life is supposed to be. It seems sometimes I feel a presence. Maybe it's more than meets the eye, but my eyes twitch these days. I'm harmless. I'm just looking back. I was a karate kid growing up, being called a champ in the tank. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, man, woke up again here. I close my eyes at night, and weeks go by. Then I wake up, and only 8 hours pass. What's the deal with life these days? The night takes over my life, and I'm pre-programmed in my dreams to type these things out. Yada, yada, yada. What is time? I wonder, creatively blessed, right? So what is time? You know the numbers on your watch that tick, and how the hell does a compass work? It points to the north, always weird. Things that make you want to define time. Would you like to do the math on this, Mark? I'd love to do the math. Oh, you're on. Time does not exist, only a balanced sense of motion and memory collected. You move as time passes. That is time. So you're saying you move as time passes. Yeah, yes. You move as time passes. You do not think about time. And right now, you're doing it. I'm taking up your time by having this conversation. And yet, you know that not only are we taking up time, we are taking up space. And that is your human footprint we leave. What is your carbon number? Psychological warfare via fishing experiment gone wrong, brought up by many topics for closure. Moving on, I wonder, I ponder. What do you ponder about? Moving on, I can't hold a word or a sentence. For some reason, they come out good. A stone in the cellar, clever. What about you? Are you okay? I'm just a person who listened and kept their mouth shut. I'm keeping it shut now. Nah. What about something? Pleasure, passion. Oh, the piano, how I love her so. What would you do to a drunken sailor? A cause, a verb, these weird effects. What are all these words? I do not know what a verb is. So what? I can write my name in a font that will overtake your computer. I am Mark. Take pride, stand firm, stand tall, stand with dignity, goddammit. Mark, slap yourself. Yeah, I should. So listen, what are you doing on Saturday? Because I think I got yourself a date. A frigid water. A cross. For all the wrong reasons. For all the right reasons. For a reason. For a reason, yes or no? The reason does not exist. Only the question which includes the word. If rhyme and reason do not exist, then nothing else matters. Nope. It matters. But only in the level of plasma. Oh, you mean matter? Yeah, plasma is a form of matter. Dude, I'll tell you fucking something. Man, you're fucking crazy. Are you okay? I put my guard down, but you probably super punched me. This is nuts. Can you put it all together and connect the dots? I don't know how to make money with a winning lottery ticket. I know you gotta do something with it after you win, but nah. I got truly eyes for this girl's googly eyes. I got 2 frogs in my pocket. a clever ham sandwich, and pots I could piss in. I got 2 index fingers with these middle ones, but only one stick rises. You know, when my poetry rhymes, the mass movement of love is provided with nothing but words. I got 2 old rims off this turnip truck, 5 fingers in this hand, none on the other. Wait, wrong story. I was drunk last night, passed out in a bright room, woke up in the sun with my eye, and you want me to rhyme? I got pecan nuts from my grandma's house, where we keep my quarter collection. I got all 50 states and I'm still looking. 2 hands, 2 legs. I'm blessed and I'm not lying. My man Jim sits here in a wheelchair. Great friend, known him all my life. He's got a bullet in his neck with a tattoo to cover it up. He has 3 ham sandwiches and a side of coleslaw. Why don't you know him too? I look around, see these faces, and I forget who I am. Nothing more, nothing less. I guess we're even now. I take my freedom proud. This man served in the military, but even my angel eyes care so heartily for these children's lives. It makes me want to cry. It gets a little emotion now as I realize I made it. What a trip, and I'm still here. Think about him a lot. Then he smiles. With my brain, I feel like I'm top of the world, yet under none. A mountain of waiting forever with you, just to see you there in my eyes. The glare of the sun calms my heart inside this lust of mine. Man, where did I go? I remember trying so hard. I remember you there. I fell in love, just not too fast, yet it was love. Remember loving me? I introduced you to my dream and you ran with it, leaving me hard to breathe. Yet I pushed forward. Today, just another day without you by my side. So, I was dreaming about a feeling I shared when you were by my side. That makes me happy. It happened again. I swear I'll talk to you later. But the depth I created in this canvas, it turns out it was in my heart. We're connected in passion of a memory that passes by every now and again. The freeze frame of survival harnessed by the creative act of peace, beauty, and strength tames my mind and causes this tear to fall from my lip. Just let me blow it off. Like a bubble bath as a kid, I'm a man, a starving, free-minded man. Leave me to breathe here. I'm alone in my sleep.